Good morning everybody, wee Paddy from across the shuck, and a completely different video this morning, one that I've never done before, but it was one that my podcast crew on a Monday night will have little suggestions, and they give me suggestions of what videos they would like, and it moves it up a wee bit. I'm not doing everything that I want, I'm doing what other people want. So somebody had asked, well not somebody, there was a few that asked, could I do a snake knot? Now this is a snake knot. This is one that I have on my propper. It has a bead in the end of it. I'll explain about that later. But it's just a nice, neat little way of tying a knot that you can make your life look pretty to pull out of your pocket, or if you've got a sheath, you can actually make smaller ones, longer ones, whichever way you want to do it. I mean, you could have it 6 inches long and have a full grip. But it's nice on a smaller knife, which gives you that extra little purchase if it's a small knife. It's nice on a knife this size, where I have it in a slip or just in my pocket. It gives you something to find in your pocket and pull it out. So, without further ado, I'm just going to get into the knot. I'm going to put this out of the way. What do you need to make this? You need about 2 foot of paracord. Depending, if you want just an average length, 2 foot of paracord will do you. So I have a bit of paracord there, about 2 foot long. You need a big lighter. When you cut your paracord, burn the ends of it, because it's nylon, just burn the ends of it, and it stops it unravelling, and it makes it easier to work with. And at the end, we'll use the big lighter again to seal it off. Okay, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom this in so that we can get a closer in look at the knot as I'm doing it. Okay, I have folded my knot in half, or not my knot, I have folded my paracord in half. So, there we go, paracord there. Now, I'll try to go slowly in this, but pause it after each bit so that you get to know where you are. So, on this left-hand side, we're going to create a little loop by just simply doing that. Oh, but he says simply. Paracord's not the easiest material sometimes to... Right, there we go. So, there we have the paracord folded in half and a little loop. You can see that the downward bit is on the top. So pinch it there, hold it here. This side here we're going to take in through this loop and down. And this is where we adjust. This loop is going in through your knife and coming down here. Okay, when you're making it, that's the way you'll do it. So you can either bring it as close to the knife as you want or leave a distance. It's entirely up to you, and you'll get to know what you like. But for this, I'm just going to leave that open. It's very hard to do it with a knife in your hand. So, we're always going to work from the right-hand side. You always work from the right, if you remember that. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go underneath this piece, underneath here, and leave this piece up on my hand. That's where I want. This piece always works from here. So, this loop that we created here, I'm going to take this end and put it in through the loop and out through the side of the loop, and then just pull across. And this is where you just go gently. Just pull either side down until you get the little knot that forms. Okay, and this is the bit that's in round your knife, remember. So just get it till it's just... Now, it takes about 2 or 3 goes before you'll see the snake knot appear, if that makes any sense. So there you go. You've done your first knot. That's what your first knots look like. Now, this is the important bit of everything. This will either make it go right or wrong. You've done your first piece, straightforward. Every time you want to do another knot on there to add to the snake, you have to turn this completely over. Okay? You can't forget. It has to be done. You have to turn it over. Bear in mind, this is going through your knife, so your knife will be sitting in front of you. Now, again, we always work from the right-hand side. This goes underneath this bit here. It goes underneath it. I'm doing this behind the camera, by the way, so it's a bit awkward. And put it up. Oh, it's underneath, and it's going to sit up there. So I'll just hold it up there. It's underneath, and it's sitting up there. Then this piece where we created the knot, we loosen. We loosen it, and then we put this piece in through here. Put it in through there, and then just pull to the side again. Pull it to the side until you get to the edge, and then use this one to tighten it in. And again, there's no need for any excess pressure. You just pull it till it feels nice. That sounds not good. Right, so you can now see that there is the formation of a knot. Okay, and you just move it about until you get it sitting nice. And you can, in the end, you can do this. I do it each time just so that I've got it sitting nice. So there we go. There's the first proper knot in it. Again, turn it over. You have to flip it right over, and it will always work from the right hand side. And you'll see the knot forming here. Okay, and we go underneath and we go over the top and let it sit up there. Okay, we then loosen the last bit that we done. We loosen. And then we put this in through here and out the other side again. Oh, and out the other side. And we keep this here. And just pull slightly down. You just tighten it up so that it's just sitting nice and neat. Now, you're starting to see a nice neat knot, yeah? You see, after a couple of goes, it starts to make sense. It doesn't look right in the beginning, but after a couple of goes, you'll get to see that it starts to look like a proper knot. Again, we turn it over, completely over. You can see the back now starting to come into shape. And if I show you, you're starting to see this part of it. That's it starting to come. And then on the other side, it's that. So it's just starting to come. And it comes all of a sudden. Once you get past the second, third, then it looks like the proper snake knot. So don't worry if it doesn't look right at first. Just keep persevering. So we go underneath again. And it rests on top. Then we loosen this back part again that we've just done, the last knot. We loosen this up again. This comes over the top and down through the knot. And in, and again, you just pull nice and gently. There's no, you don't want it, just get it nice and neat. And you can really tighten down on it if that's what you want. I don't particularly do it because I like it to look, you see now it's starting to, it looks like a knot. And again, switch it over. And again, starting to look like a knot on this side as well. Starting to look like a knot. So again, right hand side, underneath and up over. Leave it sitting there. Go to the last knot that we created. Undo that. Put this down through it. And again, just pull gently across. And bring it into focus. So, now, can you see your snake knot coming together? You can see the back and the front. And basically you just keep repeating that. I'll do one more so that it sort of keeps it there. So I've come down through that one, I need to turn it over. Okay, so I've turned it over again. I go underneath my baseline and up over the top, set it up here. Undo the last bit that I done. Do this last wee knot and then bring this back down in through. And again, just pull across nice and gently and pull down and bring it in till it forms the knot. And you're forming that lovely little snake knot. So there you are. You can see that coming down. And then on the other side, you can see it come down. Isn't that pretty? So that's a nice little knot. You can do a knot like this and literally just cut this off here, cut it off here, use your big lighter and tie them off, and that will stay there. That will stop it from going. Just tighten it all up, and you can use it just as a wee nub for a key fob or anything like that. I tend to leave them a bit longer. I'll tend to pull this up tight, and then I'll cut them off here and have it about that length. And you can literally loop it on your key ring or whatever if you don't want to use it for a knife. But it is a pretty little knot, and again, you can just make that as long as you like. Just keep on doing exactly what I said. So, I hope that was clear. If it wasn't, let me know and I'll redo the video, but it seemed clear enough. There's the little knot, simple little knot, but it makes such a difference to your knife. I think that just looks lovely on a knife. And that's exactly what that is. Just a little slip knot. And you can do all sorts of different paracord and you'll get different thicknesses of paracord. So that's all it is, just a slip knot. Or a snake knot, I should say. So, there you go. My first attempt at tying a knot on my channel. I hope you enjoyed that. Take care. I'm away for a wee cup of tea. Bye now.